All right, so Jaron Ennis stops this guy, Wisma Lima, in the first round. It says 1 minute 58 seconds. Seemed a lot quicker than that. As soon as Ennis went southpaw, he threw a left hook to the body that missed, which was just a setup shot. And then he came back with a right uppercut on the chin. After that, it was curtains. He ended with a flurry and a flurry. So he obviously knocked him down once. He got back up. Then he went in there for the kill and he threw a flurry of shots, which then stopped the young man, a TKO stoppage in the first round. Okay, cool. He done well, but I wouldn't say well done. Now, at the end of the day, I'm sorry that I haven't been here to really talk about these fights as they were going. Life got in the way and stopped me from being able to create content like I would love to. But we're going to talk about it anyway. As well as Arslanbek Makhmadov beating Dave Allen, which I don't think that should have happened, but we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, we're going to talk about Boots. And the fact that Boots beat this guy very convincingly in the first round. Now, 35 fights in, and he hasn't fought a champion yet. He's fought for vacant belts, or he beat Elmantis Stanlionis, who acquired a vacant belt before he fought Boots. So they unified, but it was two guys having acquired vacant belts fighting to unify. It wasn't a champion that he actually literally beat. And he says it himself, he wants to fight a champion, he wants to be a champion. But all the talk that he's talking and all the things that he says over the years, I don't go by what he says because his actions speak louder than his words, and his actions show me a far different cry to what he's actually saying. First and foremostly, he was going down the IBF route when Errol Spence Jr. was the IBF champion, but he was always calling out everybody else apart from Errol Spence. Talking about he wanted to fight Bud and all these type of people. But obviously, Bud and Errol had their fight. Bud won, became undisputed, then went upstairs to 154 to have that fight before he then went upstairs again twice to go and fight Canelo Alvarez. So with that being said, he relinquished the belts and they were fragmented. Boots got one, Stanlionis got one, a couple others got one, but them two fought in the unification. Boots was talking about he wants to be undisputed, so he didn't go up to 154 as yet. Everybody was trying to say that he should fight Virgil Ortiz, whatever, whatnot, that's fine. He ended up staying at welterweight to get the unification fight, to then try and get the other fights. But then he said after he had that unification fight, he started saying that his body is just not allowing him to stay at 147, so he needs to move up. But then when he said he's going to move up, it came out as a rumor. He didn't actually say it himself. It came out as a rumor that he said he wants 2 tune-up fights. Now, the rumor was confirmed by a reliable source, in my opinion, who was Turki Al-Sheikh. He went onto the Boxing Voice and said, Boots wants tune-ups. I'm not sponsoring tune-ups. Eddie can do that with Matchroom and get him his tune-ups. When he wants to fight someone proper, come and check me. So he's gone over with Eddie to put on this fight against Usman Lima, which then ended up being a title eliminator. And then it got advanced to like interim stuff. But the title eliminator is to then fight a young man by the name of Abbas Baru, who was born in Germany and also resides in Germany, and his heritage is from Togo. He is also now elevated to champion of the WBA, where Jaron Ennis, after this fight with this 14-1 guy, is now the interim champion. Boxing really gets on my nerves with this type of stuff when they move the goalposts to make people champions who they want to make champions just because they have a little slight name. So anyway, Abbas Baru got elevated to champion. Jaron Ennis is now interim after beating this guy. Okay? But for me, 35 fights in, bro, your resume just looks like you just fought pure journeymen, the pure underrated guys. And for me, Eddie Hearn's turning around. Eddie has the best promoter in the world. Best promoter in boxing. Talking about how Jaron Ennis is now on the pound for pound list. This is the thing. What kind of narrative are you trying to push here? But that's fine. You're promoting your guy. That makes sense to me. But other people trying to jump on this bandwagon, trying to make Jaron Ennis some sort of pound for pound guy when he ain't beat nobody. He hasn't fought anybody and beat anybody to call him any pound for pound anything. It's really a joke to me. And for me, if you was some sort of Donny Don, You had 2 belts in your previous weight class. You're supposed to go up and fight a champion straight away. You had Bakram Murtazaliev, who everybody's basically afraid of. You had Sebastian Fundora, you had Sander Zayas. And you didn't try to fight any of them. And you didn't try to fight Virgil or Erickson Lubin, who Virgil was about to fight, which is a whole nother story in itself. I'm going to talk about that in another video. You chose this unknown entity called Usma Lima. And you've basically given him a name and a ranking. Just because you beat him, he's actually now in the top 10 of certain governing bodies. And now you're interim champion for the WBA. So you're basically in line to fight Abbas Baru next. So don't listen to him when he's talking about, oh, I'll fight Bakram Murtazaliev, oh, this person or that person. No, bro, you've done it before. I'm not listening to you again. You are going to try and get this Abbas Baru guy to fight. He's got no promoter. Eddie Hearn will make it happen for you to fight Abbas Baru, probably in your hometown next, and get that title before you fight anybody else. We have to see what happens with Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz, but that's something I need to talk to you about, because that, again, is some joke business. But we'll talk about that, and I'll show you why it's a joke business when I talk about that. But as for now, Bruce done his job. He done it well, but I'm not saying well done, because you're still fighting guys that are just nobodies. And you fight guys that are set or that make you look good. Do you understand? That's the problem that I have with you. You're always fighting these guys that want to attack you and make you look good. Because you need your opponents to come at you and bring the pressure and so you can counter them and all of that. You can't, when you fought your actual Mandos, yeah? When you fought your actual mandatory guys, such as Karen Jakatsian, David Avanesian and these guys, they were not there to make you look good. Especially Karen Jakatsian. You fought him twice, he made you look bad twice, but you beat him twice. So I don't understand why these people are saying, you got to look great to be a winner. No, you just got to win your fights. And you got to be able to take on any style. But you want to do this rubbish and go on like say you're a bad boy boxer now because of that. I don't care about this win. I don't care about it. Yeah, it's rubbish to me. I care about it as much as I care about when Brian Norman went over to Japan and knocked that guy out. I don't care about that either. I don't care about these fights. You're not even doing nothing for me. You're not doing nothing for me to put you up there in pound for pound reckonings and stuff like that. Yeah? You need to do something. You need to show me something. Do you get what I'm saying? If you was a Donny, you would go and fight Abbas Baru, and then you go straight after Bakram Murtazaliev. Burn Virgil Ortiz, he ain't got no title. What are you going to fight him for? Because the people are saying that you should fight him. You are both dodging each other. Do you understand? That's how I see it. Anyway, that's another story for another video. I'm back on this thing. Guys, hopefully I can make videos in quick succession, but I'm not going to promise, but I will promise that I will put out videos. That's for sure, because there's a lot going on and a lot has moved around in boxing since I have made my last video. So for now, I'll see you guys in the next one.